Hello, welcome to the Page Between Oracle channel. I am Paige, and we're here to do another The Page Between Messages Finding You for the Messages Finding You series. Thank you all for being here. Those brand new and those returning, welcome and welcome back. I do hope the message you came here to receive is here for you, as I always say. So, as you know, what I suggest, but use your own intuition. What I suggest for these reads is to choose one question or three questions. One question for all three cards, or a question for each of the cards. I pull one card, and then we do a little bit of a deeper dive. Instead of just looking at the card for you to intuit, I dive into the book so that you have both what the author suggests and your own intuition, so that you can use your guidance to find the answers that you're looking for. So the three decks that we're going to use for the one card pull, this one is Sacred Rebels from Elena Fairchild, and I'm leaving the books out. The Healing Waters and the Ancient Stones, both by Rebecca Campbell. I've used these decks in the past. You may see them in the series. And these readings are timeless, so when you stumble upon them, the message that you're looking for may be right here for you. So let's begin. We'll begin with the Sacred Rebels. Let's get this out of the way. For those tuning in, whenever they click on this message is finding you, one card pull. After the Storm. That's card number one. There's a thunderstorm about. It is either headed your way or just passing through now. Don't make a thunderstorm mean more than what it is, though. You don't have to fear it. You might even feel excited about it. After all, a thunderstorm is just nature's way of gathering energy together that needs to be released. With a release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow. Let me read that again. With the release of tension, relief and freedom soon follow, often with a fresh perspective and perhaps the gift of a promising, hopeful vision for your future. Perhaps the particular storm building within you or around you is causing you to quake in your boots. It might be a storm of building emotions, threatening to erupt or already exploding, seemingly beyond your conscious control. You might feel an uncomfortable sense of emotion or psychological pressure within, and if something doesn't happen, and soon, you may fear you might just burst. You may also sense that these are forces operating beyond your control, and you would be right. There is, in life and in the creative process, a need to allow for wild storms. There will be those precious moments of peace beforehand and the release and revitalization that follows. Yet the storm in the middle is essential. It is a natural part of the creative process. Without this building and releasing of energy, we would suffer from boredom and stagnancy. You may prefer the excitement of the storm or the fresh, open feeling that accompanies its clearing. You may find it comforting to be faced with the power of something in which you can only participate rather than control. Either way, the storm wisdom offers you the gift of bringing things to a head and clearing them away so that the energy can be free from a pattern that has had its day and is ready to become something new. Sometimes the pressures that fuel the storms of our lives have been building up for some time without us being fully aware of it. It might be pressure from our own minds, creating unnecessary burdens upon us, such as burdens of fear and self-doubt. It could be pressure to appear a certain way or to fight against life out of a mistaken belief that is necessary for survival. Sometimes the pressure is little more than the impossible dream of perfection and a need to gently, or even with great dramatic flourish, cast that aside so that you can dare to be what you are and create from your heart. Even if you're not sure what the storm is about, don't lose confidence in your ability to successfully bear its progression until you are safely at the other side of the experience. Even amongst the chaos of change and in the moments of anxiety, know that you have so much light and trust in your heart that you can see the storm is but a passing process and nothing that need worry you. If you can't sense the storm yet, this oracle is important for you. The storm is coming, and you can, if you wish, feel the beautiful, exhilarating gift of it as you are empowered to cast aside what has been and receive the gift of a fresh, new take of things. Your confidence is to remain intact. Whatever is happening or soon will happen in your life, the storm of sorts is transformational and supportive of your growth. It is going to clear away cobwebs and free you, open you to new creative energy and life. Remember, there can be no rainbows without a little rain. This oracle is a confirmation that if you have been praying for help, your prayers have been heard, and the great creative intelligence of the universe is responding to you, stepping in and shaking things up so that situations can be sorted out according to greater wisdom. So let go, hold only to your inner self, and allow everything to be cleansed and be cleansed in the sacred storm. Let's move on to healing waters. One card for those clicking on this message is finding you. Timeless read. Atlantis, keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. In his writings, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described a great civilization called Atlantis, whose island home in the Atlantic Ocean was a marvel of architecture. Its capital city was made up of a series of concrete circles separated by moats of water, and at its center was a temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. The Atlanteans were a highly advanced people who were very much tapped into and connected with the energy of the universe. They also harnessed the power of water and air in their technologies and practices. Perhaps this is where their tremendous psychic and magical abilities for manifesting their great visions into the physical came from. Eventually, Atlantis' growth got out of hand, and its people became greedy and disrespectful. A series of earthquakes caused the island to sink to the bottom of the sea. And for the millennia, people have been captivated by the legend of this lost civilization. This card is one of huge visions and promises. You have the potential to create great things in the world. However, it comes with a warning to stay in alignment when you grow, to create rather than produce. Don't get addicted to growth. Instead, stay true to your mission and inner calling. Let's move on to the ancient stones. Timeless read for those clicking on this message. The egg stone, feminine power, embodiment, fertility. When the grounds of Glastonbury Abbey in southwest England, within the grounds of Glastonbury Abbey in southwest England, a large ancient stone is hiding in plain sight. The locals refer to it as the egg stone. Legend says that women would sit on the stone during menstruation to both give and receive feminine power. Pilgrims to this day visit the egg stone, honoring it as a symbol of the era when the feminine was deeply respected and revered. And so the egg stone card is a symbol of all these things: feminine power, unapologetic embodiment, and fertility. The egg stone urges us to honor the feminine in ourselves and in others, no matter how we identify. It urges us not to waste time being distracted by the noise of patriarchy, and instead confidently lead the way in protecting the feminine within us, within others, and within the earth. This is a card of great feminine leadership, of respecting the feminine nature of life, which means respecting and protecting life in general. It can also be a sign of birth, both physically and metaphorically, in the form of a child or some sort of creation. Thank you all for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in our next read. Until then, take care.